yeah. All right. Whoa. And now it's time for the Late Boomer Show, starring Stephen J. Morris. Yeah.
Have you seen the upgrades to the dignity of what it looks like in the Oval Office? It went from a plain Jane. Donald Trump has goldified the Oval Office and paid for it out of his pocket. You and I didn't pay one dime for the beauty. He's made it look like Buckingham Palace, something to be proud of. We're not plain Jane people. We're the greatest nation on the face of the earth. And our Oval Office should display that grandeur, that austerity. Thank you, President Trump. He paid for it out of his pocket. And guess what else? He's paying for it out of his own pocket. That grand ballroom, that gold-covered ballroom. Somebody said, I don't like all that gaudy gold. Then you're not going to like the kingdom of God very much, where streets are even made out of it, according to people's understanding. The Ark of the Covenant, covered in gold. The altar of incense, covered in gold. The table of shewbread, covered in gold. The menorah, covered in gold, because gold is godly. Gold speaks of heavenly things. And the United States of America was founded by the decree of heaven. So thank you, President Trump, and I pray that ballroom has gold toilets. I can't wait. What a great day to be an American.
What a great day, huh? You know what colors your urine? Gold. So, actually, this bullshit about Donald Trump pays his forth everything in his cabinet and his administration with gold. He pays it out of his own pocket. Pays his own pocket. You know, I think, I don't have the exact figures. I think people who are president of the United States receive $200,000 a year. That's the constitutional amount that a president gets. And you know what? he forgoes it. We had a mayor called, I forgot his name, but he was a Republican, and he says, I'm foregoing my salary as a mayor. Just give me $1 a year. Well, it turned out the guy was a billionaire. All right, he built that place. He built this big shopping center around what used to be the farmers market. He built this theaters and stores and stuff. The guy's rich, all right? Now, as far as Trump, every time he flies his jet to somewhere, his Air Force One, the taxpayers pay $1 million. All right? So, gold. We're gonna There are 4 elements to philosophy. One is metaphysics, that's religion, spirituality, new age crap. Epistemology, which is based on logic. And then there's ethics, based on secular morality. Anyway, but there's another one. It's called aesthetics. Aesthetics is one of the oldest form of philosophy. You might hear stuff like Plato or some of those old Greek guys once said, "Beauty is in the eye of the beholder," which is true. And beauty's inside of you. If you have an ugly face, as long as you're beautiful inside, ask a surgeon, he'll tell you. But this clown here, Shane Vaughn, is that his name? Shane James Bond? I don't know. But these evangelicals, if you read the Jewish Bible, the First Testament, there's a story about the golden calf, and I'm not going to waste time talking about that chapter. But God didn't like it. They made a golden calf, this Jewish tribe, and God says, "How dare you?" Okay, the thing about Trump, he has no taste. He made the Oval Office look like a New Orleans whorehouse. Here's there it is. See that? He's next to a Russian pimp, and is that what's his name, Putin, or I don't know who that is. All these European leaders, they're always bald. I'm getting bald, but what the fuck, you know. There he is. Look at that gaudy stuff. You think that shit is real gold? You know what that is? Trump went to Walmart. Well, one of his underlings went to Walmart, and it was all tin. So they also bought spray paint can. It's gold. False gold. And they sprayed these trinkets from Walmart's, and there's your gold. He made the White House look like a whorehouse. Isn't that great? Yeah? You like that? He did it. God started, we didn't have to pay a cent for it. He got it in bulk for 25 cents. So, there's a spaghetti western I like called My Name is Nobody. And one criminal outlaw talks to a corrupt miner there who owns the mine. And he says, "You got to make sure this gold is refined or nobody's going to believe it's gold." But anyway, his parting words was, "Two things go to a man's heart. Bullets." No, let me rephrase that. Two things go to a man's heart. Gold and bullets. You think Trump is going to really put real gold up there? I hope a Democrat wins the next time. We get that shit off, put it in a box, and hope the recycled trash men take it and spray paint. And you people believe anything this schmuck says because you're a pastor. You know, the guy who rapes little boys. Yeah, your pastor says, oh, he was sent by God. Okay. Is there anything else I want to talk about? This fucker's so egotistical. Whenever he's not getting any front page news, he makes up shit. Like he'll go hide for 4 days. So the media go, where's Trump? Where is he hiding? Is he dead? Did he get kidnapped? What happened? And he's there in his bedroom, wanking off. Keep talking about me. So that's all I got to say today. By the way, I'm not going to advertise this one because why do I have to beg, okay? So I might see you next week. Maybe I'll never see you again. But you guys don't give a fuck, do you? I know you don't. I don't think you're anything special either, too. You could ignore yourself.